We'll get into it. Game number 1 of this best of 5 grand final between T1 and Boom Esports. Tim's, he's already started rotating into that mid lane now. Might try and go onto Carl in the mid. Meanwhile, Jackie, those in trouble top laners, they do jump the void, and it looks like they might just have him, but no, Jackie, he will be able to time walk away as Carl's going to be the one to drop mid lane. They leave Jackie behind, but they knew he was going to be just fine.
They've got their own smoke out here, Mike. They've got no Vendetta, but they have the finger. So they can still look for the burst play on someone they catch here.
On smoke though, John Gabby's been left behind down at the bot lane, and they just go right in for the chrono. No playing around. They want that kill, and they're going to get it.
They've still got both. They've still got the X. They only really used chrono, and that's not much.
Nice start from Skem. That'll get Zephyr with the X out into the torrent. We'll get the spy carapace off, but it won't matter too much as Skem's still going to move in, as now the BKB is going to be popped. Japoi, he'll get one kill down, and now Cuckoo, he trying to come in and take out Skem, but Skem is surviving. He's a Giga Chad. They'll eventually take him down, but the Jewel is there, and that'll be a first bit of Jewel damage out for FBZ, and another kill out for Yopaj.
They are trying to shove in bot, but looks like Boom are ready for the defense.
That they are. Yopaj is in with the torrent and the boat. Carl, though, going to be forced to BKB up, but FBZ, trying to get in range for the Jewel, is going to be unable to get it. Still, they'll force the fight. Zephyr trying to back off, but here comes Jackie. He'll join his team. They really want that Nyx Assassin dead, and should eventually be able to chase us. In fact, never mind that. They're going north, up to Cuckoo and the Lina. They've got the Jewel out, onto the Viper. Cuckoo's in big trouble, but the Laguna Blade out on FBZ. It's going to be enough in the Ember. Carl's gone down. Tim's takes the kill, and now Cuckoo, he will closely follow behind.
TP out from Skem. And they're still not done. They have Chrono to play with here in Jackie.
Oh, Gabby. They saw Gabby for a second. He'll try to meld to blink away, but Jackie's got both of them in the chrono. He's got everything he could ask for into the torrent boat, and Yopaj will clean up. Get the brooms out, because Zephyr now, he'll be the third. Carl's going to try and help, but I'm not sure about that, Carl. He's run right into the whole side of Boom, but can they lock him down? It looks like they just may, as he'll BKB up, but FBZ's got another Jewel out onto the Lina this time. Another victory for Boom Esports.
You do have at least the Earth Spike and Impale, but again, it just doesn't feel like they've been able to use that well.
Miscommunication perhaps, as Cuckoo's just run right in by himself. He may get bursted down. Skem meanwhile again just tanking all the spells and all the damage. Skem just doesn't care. They can throw everything but the kitchen sink if the man still won't die. As Whitemon thought he was out scot-free, but that is not the case. He'll be X'd up by the idol. And that'll be another kill for Boom Esports. 20-5 now, with a 7k net worth advantage. The blur is going to wear off now, and Jackie can move in, and you've still got that chrono if you do want to commit, but they'll wait out the Jewel instead, and that's going to be a nice easy kill as Jackie, he's having a great laugh to himself here. It's very rare you see the voice lens come out from Jackie, but he's brought him out today, as now Carl is in danger again, even with the BKB, the damage output. He's going to blink towards the creep wave. In fact, never mind. Now they know exactly where he is, and Gabby, Spiderlink's up. It's not going to matter. The Jewel is there. They've got the breakout, and the boat to fly in. Meanwhile, Roshan has started from Jackie, but he was trying to do it, well, not by himself. Well, kinda, I suppose, as Zephyr was trying to interrupt, but he may get punished himself for this. Zephyr misses the impale, is going to go down, and Roshan will be continued by Boom. GG.
Call it.
They've had enough, and I don't blame them, Jonathan. 30-5, 13k net worth lead at 30 minutes in, or rather they failed to execute the draft, and that was it. They just know they had no comeback.
Oh, stop it, Mike. I actually do miss playing CM. You know, she was one of my favorite supports, and now it's actually game losing when I pick up CM, so love it back. Still, early aggression out to catch Zephyr here, Mike.
Uh-oh, they have caught Zephyr. Screw the CM for now, because Zephyr's in big trouble. He's going to try and run, but Yopaj, would you believe it, will take first blood on the Conquer. Zephyr, get a nice bit of information here for his team. Yopaj still very confident as the Exorcism is starting to wear off, but now they'll move in onto that Conquer, but there's your bow down, and Cuckoo, he got caught by the torrent, and with the Tidebringer damage is too much, Cuckoo cannot tank through it. And Jackie will take the kill on the Troll, and that's going to put an end to that T1 bottom tower push. Zephyr now has been scouted out by the Hawk. Instead, on the first hit after the TP. And Zephyr, he's still going to try and run, but there is no running. Jackie with a double kill. They're not that mobile. They've got to make a decision. The problem is Boom can take both if they really want to, though Jackie has been left by himself, so maybe you could capitalize off that. at the top lane. And they're going to try now. Onto that troll wall if they go. He does have Tims around, but Tims, he'll miss the arrow. With the silence out, they will get the troll. Nice rotation from Carl as now they'll move back in onto Tims. He'll try to leap away, but Whitemon will chase him down, eventually landing the frostbite. And they're looking for that Roshan deny, but it's not going to work out as Carl gets a double kill on the Death Prophet. And I suppose you still lose that bottom T1 tower, but you get 2 kills for yourself on T1, and that's going to feel good.
But definitely for Carl, he's not under direct threat. They are still clumping around Jackboys here down bot. He does have this defusal, but nothing defensive here.
Can you silence him up though? He's got the battle trance and it'll go right onto Whitemon. Still Whitemon will just Giga Chat it up and just man fight through it. He does get taken out however, but Jackie is going to drop, so Gabby will be very happy with that kind of trade. Zeopage now going to try and catch somebody out. Skem will get all the information necessary as they are going to spot out Gabby, but he does have another waveform ready whenever, but he's into the arrow now. Stunned up, but he got the strength morph in time. He'll be just fine.
And T1 have no room to respond. Even if they did, they'd have to kind of play with walking up on a tree and getting overgrowth, and it's just a bit too slow in the smoke. So big advantage for Boom, 6k lead. Like their big damage is basically coming out from Cuckoo. We haven't seen the Sonic Wave as well.
Arrow. Oh, Arrow's gonna land, and the Agimorph was there. Oh, Tips give the tips out to Tims. I did not think that arrow was going to land, but it was right on the backside of Gabby, and oh, he was Agimorphing John. He was not expecting that. Meanwhile, across the map, they try to go onto Skem, but they just can't hold him down as now the Roar is out onto Whitemon. That'll be a nice, easy pickup for FBZ as T1 once again have found themselves trying to rotate across the map to deal with Boom Esports.
Yeah, they just aren't getting anything out. And I think for T1, you've got to secure safe farming spots here for Gabby. Like, he does have that Lincolns. It's not enough with an arrow and Cuckoo.
Oh, Tims. There's a reason they call him the Filipino sniper, John. On this Marana, he does not miss.
Nothing. He's the big damage. He's the one that needs to get that Sonic Wave off. Look at Skem. He's running up to Whitemon.
He can just time-lapse away as the arrow does land once again from Tims. They even leave Whitemon. They'll let Jackie take the kill as they look for Zephyr now on the tree and Protector. The X is going to be there from Yopage, and that'll be another kill for Boom Esports. That tier 2 is just not safe, and Jackie, he's brought out the laughter again, John. He's very happy right now. Boom Esports, though, kind of prepared for this and just waiting for them to make their way in. As the creeps from FBZ almost baiting them in. They have seen Gabby. Torrent is going to land Gabby. Lincolns are broken, and now with the silence out, he can't strength morph. They get the overgrowth in time, but Gabby's gone. Sonic Wave is there, but what good is it when you've already lost the Morphling? Now Carl is going to try to run, but they X him right back into the loving arms of Jackie. And Cuckoo, well, he's out of mana. He can't blink away, and that's going to be 4 to go down for T1 as Boom Esports are just rolling all over them.
And that looked like the best angle for T1 that we've seen so far.
Whoopsie.
Like, they managed to get a good overgrowth. It just does pop. Jackie probably doesn't care too much as the high ground still opened up here. No overgrowth, no Sonic Wave, no Exorcism. T1 can't really do much on the high ground right now for a defense. They've got Freezing Field, but it's Whitemon can do about it.
Oh, they're not missing these arrows, John. Whitemon just going to be sniped from a mile away as Skem gives the tips out. I mean, what do you do? We talked about it, John. He's playing Crystal Maiden against the draft of Boom Esports. You know he was going to be in trouble.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I get why it's there. You know, just eat the boar, shut down FBZ, nice and that didn't do much.
They might not even die. Yeah, GG.
GG.
Another very anticlimactic GG to come out from T1. This time 20 minutes in. 10 minutes before the last one. See if they can manage to pull this off. Still first blood yet to be drawn from either side. Carl again has been getting very low on that Kunkka, and Yopage, he's going to make the jump in. Seeing that small camp being farmed up, he wants to go for the first blood, and it looks like he's probably got it. Carl can't do anything. Yopage able to secure first blood, and tips are out against Carl. Too much movement across the map yet, but it is beginning as Cuckoo. He's kind of getting grouped up here top lane. They're going to just pincer him in. Tims will sneak up from the backside. Jackie already just harassing away. Cuckoo, though, going to try and TP, but the ensnare. On the first hit again from Jackie for the second time today. Well, there's no excuse for that one, John. I don't know how you missed that. Maybe the Fire Blast was just a bit too early and Carl was trying to predict the movement of Tims.
Yeah, I think it looked like a prediction, or maybe it's just one of those things where the vertical hitbox, the perspective casting onto the low ground on the ramp is pretty hard. It does happen sometimes.
Jackie.
They are making a play on Jackie here.
He does have Battle Trance, but this will be a massive kill for T1 if they can get it, and they'll pop the Mortimer's Kisses. Battle Trance has been expended, and now the rest of the team are making their way over, but Jackie is already so low, and they just want the one damn kill. Jackie, he will go down to the Scatter Blast, but now the Sonic Wave out. Yopaj, he's going to get Zephyr, and it looks like they've got Whitemon. So it's still a decent trade, as long as Carl gets himself out of there. Well, especially once you have the Blink BKB up, then you're certainly getting involved. The Skem can be spotted here by Whitemon, but they'd love to go onto Yopaj. Problem is, he's going to be perfectly fine with the support there of the Bane, so instead they'll turn back in onto Whitemon, see if they can burst him down. Yopaj, a very aggressive blink in. Cookie's way off the mark, but they roar him up. They just want the Quap dead, and it looks like this might be the first death for Yopaj, and they get him. Gabby will take the kill, and that's what you wanted to see there from T1. They're going to find Skem. Carl, he's going to land the X. Won't throw out the Torrent though, instead Nightmare will be there, though Skem does get stunned up, but again it's a very weird team fight from T1 thus far, as they haven't really fully committed. And Boom Esports, they will fully commit if they want to, and that they do. They start to move in, not really finding the target yet as FBZ, he's going to be targeted here by T1. A lot of HP being removed right now, but Nightmare is there from Skem to try and save his FBZ. He is still alive. Tims, meanwhile, will come in now with the Rolling Thunder. It's going to be a nice stun out as Jackie does move in with that Battle Trance onto Cuckoo. They've got rid of Whitemon, and now the Sonic Wave out to Poi. He lands on absolutely everybody as they even find Gabby.
Find that proper position in these fights to go against that spell immunity.
Carl X out into the boat, but the Yule Scepter going to keep Chapoy alive, so instead they'll have to try and just slow down FBZ from rushing forward, and they found Zephyr on that Snapfire, and there you go, there's a Snapfire gone. Boom Esports not losing anybody here as they seem to want to move up top lane. Maybe even go mid. Carl, he's shown up again, and FBZ, he's just so confident moving into that Conqueror, and they just blow him up. He has no HP right now, as Whitemon will be the third to go. It seems like a very, very similar story, Jonathan. He's going to move in, and Fire Blast will be there. Tims, though, going to swashbuckle right away. The Ignite is ticking him down. Skem is just going to Nightmare him up, and he might actually live through it as Tims goes for the TP out, and he's not going to make it. He'll die in the fountain. Meanwhile, FBC being stunned up, but he's a bit too tanky right now. They're not going to be able to deal with him.
And Jackie's attack speed is pretty up there. Damage is pretty good with the Maelstrom. They will go for the defense here on T1, though.
They have to try. Boat Torrent is out onto Jackie, but do they have that burst damage to really get rid of him? He does have the Aegis anyway, so he's going to wait out the first life. Nice start for T1. See if they can follow up as FBZ will move in, and now Jackie gets roared up, but where's your follow-up? Gabby's going to try and rush in with the Scatter Blast, the meld, and the Cookie. They've got Jackie. He did not press that ulti button, and Boom Esports need to rush the hell away as Skem now will be chased down. They'll have plenty of vision with that Fey Grenade. Tim's unable to stick around to help.
They back off right in time, so let's see who they really find here. Kind of blind movement out here from T1.
Yeah, they might go into Skem and Gabby. Oh, that's a very nice blink in. Nightmare is going to delay somewhat, but Gabby eventually going to find the kill, and a bit of tough times here for Boom Esports, at least for now. The BKB is up, and there's going to be immediate smoke here from T1. They want to get that surprise reveal. They saw FBZ, but they're not going to be able to catch him in time. Instead, though, they can loop around the long way and just try to run through the river, but there's going to be a counter smoke. Yopaj is there to try and secure a powder rune and does get a double damage. It could be scary timing now with that DD room up on the Quap. Is FBZ going to just charge right in with the chains out, and now the Rolling Thunder to follow up, but where is it? There it is, right in onto the Beastmaster. They want Cuckoo dead first, but the boat is going to fly in to try and protect. They've got Tim Shorley as he cannot roll away, and Cuckoo, he tries to TP out, but they get the kill in time, and now they're onto Carl. They want that Kunkka dead, but it looks like they're going to have to leave him be. At least for now, they turn back in onto Whitemon instead, and it's going to be a 2-for-1 trade in the favor of Boom.
T1 still clumping around as a team, trying to get control of their bot jungle, but they are at least cutting off the split push coming out from FBZ. He's been forced to clump up. They might fight around this rune, though.
Tim's going to get X'd up into the Torrent and the boat with the Mortimer's Kisses. They just throw everything with the kitchen sink at Tim's to make sure he does die. And now they really want Skem on that Bane. They'll rush for him. The Nightmare going to buy a bit of time for Skem. He might be able to walk away, but no, he will eventually burn out. Instead, Whitemon, though, does drop. ZPZ tries to find another target for his team to jump, and the buyback will be there. Tim's, he needs to rejoin this team fight as they roll right through Jackie's BKB, and they're getting through the HP pool. They have Battle Trance available if they need it, and now Tim's, a big Rolling Thunder through two. Cuckoo's going to drop. Zephyr's blinked out of there, and so has Gabby. And they do not want this team fight any longer, as Yopaj is still going to have a look around for more. Gabby will remain melded.
They're in. Kisses are available along with a Bullet and Roar, so this could be a bit messy for Boom if they don't find a pick off first.
Whitemon still being very annoying from that high ground, though Yopaj now going to try and jump in and deal with this Ogre. Meanwhile, Gabby looking for a way into this team fight himself. Whitemon dropping very low, though, on the Sonic Wave will get rid of him as now Tim's with the Rolling Thunder again. He's going to land on Cuckoo, and now the Fiend's Grip. It's caught out Gabby. Skem with the tip immediately, knowing there was no way to cancel the Fiend's Grip off. And Carl's forced the BKB and just run back towards the base.
So they know it's happening, but they have to surrender it.
Aegis Shards to go the way of Jackie. T1 should be prepared to try and fight, especially with that Torrent Storm up on Carl. But things haven't been too smooth as of late. ZBZ will chain in. They'll Fire Blast him up and lock him down with the Mortimer's Kisses and the Roar, but Yopaj, he'll jump in and try to stop all this from happening. Still, FBZ has gone. And maybe now you can force the defense, really, as Boom Esports cannot fight without him. Tim's just going to roll away. T1 might feel the need to keep pushing, but now Tim's, he'll turn around again. Yopaj with a Sonic Wave out onto 4 heroes. But can they really fight? Whitemon's gone, and now the Fiend's Grip again. It's caught Carl, and there's no cancelling. What a Rolling Thunder out from Tim's. Jackie, though, looks like he's going to move his way up. He's got that secondary life with the Aegis. This time FBZ may not try to rush into the tier 3. They were prepared last time around, though Mortimer's Kisses have been expended, and Jackie will lose that first life again. It's a good start here for T1. FBZ, though, pretending to chain in, as he does end up not really going in, but Yopaj has, with the blink out, he does get the Roar out. The Nightmare's going to save, the boat flies in, Yopaj is gone. No buyback available for the Quap, and T1 can really fight this one out now, as they're going to try, but Carl, he's been focused down. Jackie trying to chase him out, but there's so much control on the Troll that he cannot really just fight, and he is going to drop. Meanwhile, T1, a big smoke up right into a double damage rune. That could be a very good start to this fight, as now Gabby certainly wants to try and force the fight. FBZ is going to be the one to break the smoke, but they saw Yopaj. He'll blink away. Meanwhile, Skem's going to be fine. Jackie, though, is going to get roared up through the BKB, and Whitemon jumps in. They really want that Bane, and they've got Skem locked down. Meanwhile, Yopaj has jumped in. Cuckoo, he gets taken out right off the bat, and now Skem can just buy back into the team fight as Tim's. He's going to drop to boot. Meanwhile, Zephyr, though, has also been chased down and locked down here on the Snapfire, so he should be another casualty of war. And he will be. After these past few fights, they may not feel very confident. Though maybe now with the Aeon Disc on Yopaj, getting that secondary life and that very low cooldown on that first level. Oh, but they might find him immediately. Whitemon, he's in with the Ignite. Can they lock him down? Aeon Disc already procs, so he's forced to blink away. In the meantime, they do come in from the backside. Boom Esports is still trying to find a way to force this fight. But Torrent is going to land on Carl, and it looks like T1 are happy to just kite out. FBZ, though, chaining right in, trying to force the fight. It's not happening yet. Carl is still just kiting away from the side of Boom Esports as they chase him down. Who have they caught? It's going to be Zephyr on the Snapfire, but in the meantime, Skem has died, and Gabby, he's cleaning up. He's found Tim's to boot. They even do take down that Snapfire, but now they can work on towards FBZ, and the damage output, Gabby, he's just annihilating them right now. A big Sonic Wave and a double Sonic Wave out, however, but it doesn't seem to be enough, as Jackie with the Battle Trance, he's going to try and fight by himself, but here comes the Torrent Storm, and here comes Gabby onto Yopaj. He's got the Queen of Pain down, and it seems like the Troll is all by himself. As FBZ, though, he'll chain in with the chains out. He does get Carl on that Kunkka, but Jackie is still looking to die as Gabby's got a Rampage on the TA, and it might just be a double. FBZ's going to pop the Bloodstone. It's not going to be enough. A double Rampage out for Gabby.
They're going to go for tier 4s. No buyback in FBZ, no buyback in Yopaj with the damage of Gabby. This is a tough defense for Boom.
It certainly is. Tim's with the Rolling Thunder, gonna try and buy a bit of time as the buyback is there from Jackie. Into the battle trance and the Fiend's Grip, they've held down Gabby. They've got the TA, but the Force Staff gonna save. Still Gabby falling, and he does go down. He's gonna buy back though, as they get the Torrent Storm out. Jackie's being controlled up, and they've got the Troll Warlord. That has to be it. That has to be the GG call to come, as T1 will just put the nail on the coffin here. Boom Esports, they've only got Tim's left, and that's it. He's got buyback, but there's no way to defend by himself, and the GG will be called. T1 are not going to tap out after 3 games. They will force it to a game number 4 of this grand final. No first blood to be drawn here. Having a look back at mid, looks like Lelouch is doing a really good job here on this Leshrac. Like, he's a little bit behind Yopaj, but only by 1 CS. So nice performances. Top lane, Gabby, he's going to drop Tim's. Able to take first blood here on that Wind Ranger, and
your mid is kept safe. In fact, Yopaj is getting a solo push mid by himself.
Oh, he turned around. Yopaj could be in trouble because Cuckoo just wants to rush him, but you don't have the jeweler. So you can't really lock him down. Still, they do get some nice rotations forced out, but a great Shackles and Light Strike ready to follow up. They might get Cuckoo, and now with the Arena, they will try and they will blow him up completely with the Laguna Blade. So he's just going to get maximum value from the jungle rather than for... Oh, never mind. They're forcing a fight. They found him. Jackie has been caught out. Jewel is going to be there. FBZ trying to make his way in to help out, but Jackie has been fingered down by Whitemon. Now Skem will rejoin the fight along with FBZ, but do they have any form of control? Yopaj, he went too deep. They'll leave Lelouch behind and they'll take down the Lina. Oh, T1 are just rushing for him. Boom Esports, they've got to get the hell out, but it looks like there's no way out as the slows are just consistently flying in onto Boom. As FBZ now being caught by Gabby, and that might just be another kill to go the way of T1. They just don't have the damage. Whitemon, an awkward miss on the Earth Spike, so Skem, he can go for a nice easy Nightmare onto that line, but help is still around. If they want to keep Whitemon alive, they can, but it does seem like they're leaving poor old Whitemon alone to just die. In fact, a great Shackles from Tim's. He found Cuckoo, and now the Fiend's Grip is going to force them to try and fight. They will just stun him up and let it go as they just try to run, but Jackie, he'll still chase them down with a great Light Strike Array now. Poison. Zephyr's going to go down on the IO and the Shackles. It's not going to land this time, but they'll get a Nightmare out from Skem, and that should set up for another Light Strike Array very soon from Yopaj, as Lelouch now has been trapped up and does go down. I mean, Gabby's got the Battle Fury up, and you just saw him just farming that whole Ancient stack very nicely. They're going to try onto Cuckoo. FBZ with the blinking could set up very nicely with the spear. He's got 2 in there in that arena. Lelouch, they're going to try and fight back, but the Shackles does lock him down, and Zephyr just immediately relocates him out. As they will focus down Whitemon on that Lion, and they will successfully get him. So Boom Esports biting back here in this mid lane, as they'll even find Zephyr. No playing around, they throw everything at the IO, and they will secure the kill.
And with the Deso up on Jackie, into the Roche they go. They're just using that early damage advantage and just forcing the issue every time.
Smoke up Skem. He's going to have his smoke broken, but the slow is there and pings her out onto Lelouch. Shackle, only going to lock him down for half a second. They move in, but the arena is there from FBZ onto Cuckoo and Whitemon. He just melts. Even Skem buying back into this fight because he wants to commit that ulti. The 2 already down for T1, and now the trap slow is pretty insane as Zephyr. He's going to get shackled up. He can't get out of there. He's going to drop, and Lelouch is not out of trouble yet either. He's out of mana as FBZ finds another target. That might be another kill for Yopaj. An ultra kill for the Lina.
I feel like the Roshan play is the bigger one, but you have a lot of issues to deal with here, Mike. Yopaj has the full Silver Edge, so he's basically a ranged PA with that soft crit, with a break going through the evasion of the PA if you get that first hit off, and a double damage here as well. Like, Jack boys, pick it up before the fight breaks out.
Oh, it's a bait though. Jewel is going to be there, but FBZ, he read the movement. He's in with the arena, and the Nightmare's going to buy time as now they can't take down Jackie, and they'll turn right back around. The Fiend's Grip on Gabby, holding him down through the BKB, but Zephyr, he's going to keep that PA alive. Shackles out. They've caught Lelouch. Gabby's still on the run. They'll have to turn for the left right, but Gabby with the Fan of Knives back in onto FBZ, but the Laguna, Japoy's got him. Into the Nightmare, Lelouch will be relocated out, but the chase is on for Cuckoo, who does take the double damage rune, but it won't mean much, and Roshan has respawned. Would you believe that, John?
My God.
Zephyr is going to have to come back, and will die by the creep wave, and they are right into the Roshan pit.
The Nightmare dodge on all of that damage from the finger keeping Jackie alive.
They'll keep going, however. We've seen this from Jackie before. He's not afraid to tank all the spells and damage and wait for that perfect time to initiate for his team. And at the end of the day, it's T1 who have to try and respond to this. As Lelouch is still chipping away at Jackie and does land a nice stun, and that's going to be the Aegis. That's one great way to start for T1 as Whitemon's ready with the Earth Spike. Are they really going to move in? No, the Nightmare again going to save Jackie. They could not duel him up. Still Gabby, he's going to jump in with the Fan of Knives onto Jackie, but the Fiends Rip again from Skem going to hold down Gabby through the BKB, but they could not take him down in time. They just keep missing hits as FBZ's going to drop to boot. The finger from Whitemon, able to get it done. At least they know he's blew it up somewhere around there, as Gabby does now have the Desolator up, and this is where things start to get very fun here for Gabby, but pings are there. They've got the Nightmare out. No Fiend's Grip to follow up, but Yopaj with the Light Strike Array should be plenty of control, and FBZ will follow up. Whitemon tried to jump in. John, this is such terrible timing, because Gabby does not have buyback gold.
This defense, and that's going to put T1 in an awkward spot. Oh, Zephyr.
Yeah, Zephyr gets caught out. He does not have buyback gold either, so he'd rather not die right now. He's going to try and tether, but the Nightmare was ready from Skem. That's going to be 3 heroes down without buyback. Still going to try and move in, but FBZ ready to break the smoke. Will break it onto Cuckoo, now realizing they probably are all together, but won't make the jump in yet. In fact, Whitemon, he's there with the Hex down, and Gabby looking to blow him up, but the Nightmare again going to delay things. They do get FBZ though, but he has buyback if they want to commit, and they do. They want the team fight as the trap slow is there. Yopaj, he's going to find Zephyr. That'll be 1 down. T1 still just a bunch of men on the run here, trying to get out. Though Gabby thinking about jumping back in, but doesn't do so as the trap slow still going. Tim's now looking for a nice shackle. Not going to throw one out yet. The Earth Spike will hold him back as they keep kiting out, kiting back in after Skem perhaps. But no, they don't commit quite yet. The daggers are following him down, but he keeps juking them out with the Shadow Amulet as FBZ now might reinitiate. Nice shackle. Doesn't really latch, but they've got the spear out, and now the arena catching out 3 heroes. But do they have the follow-up to it? Not quite yet, as Gabby gonna jump back in, but no, that's what they were waiting for. They wanted the bait. Gabby's gone without buyback, and now Cuckoo, he'll follow. Onto Whitemon. They'll find a third.
Just heads up plays from Boom. The patience for them to chain stun, the patience for them to get the right targets onto the tier 4s. They know Gabby's not showing up for this one. It's all down to Lelouch and the supports to try to hold back. The Split Earth is making this tough, but Jackie's damage is up there, along with Yopaj, so how much he can do is really up to the air now.
Certainly is. Boom Esports looking to take these regional finals and become the champions of SEA. He's in the front, waiting for someone to show so he can make the jump in. Skem, meanwhile, might find Lelouch. They're going to try and blow up the Bane again, and he does go down. A great start for T1, but Lelouch, he gets blown up himself, and now with the Gale back, and the arena, FBZ's in. They get Whitemon down, but Gabby, he's going to try and fight on that PA. He does get the Aegis of Jackie, but now with the silence out, he is locked down with nowhere to go. Gabby, the relocate from Zephyr isn't going to be good enough. Gabby is still in the middle of all this. The relocate does not end up saving, or maybe it does. Gabby does blink strike out and does make it, but it's Gabby versus the world as FBZ continues chasing the PA. They'll buy back on Cuckoo. They are going to try one last time to defend, but Boom Esports, they know this game is looking very, very over as they go on to the Ancient, and the GG has been called. Your champions of the regional finals for the SEA DPC. It's going to be Boom Esports.